This morning in Your Money, brought to you by Washington Trust, March is Women's History Month, a time to recognize the many social, economic, and cultural contributions and achievements of women. Here to discuss how a woman's financial health may involve planning issues that are specific to her financial journey is Holly Knott, CFP and Senior Wealth Planning Officer at Washington Trust Wealth Management. Good morning.
Good morning.
A great time for you to be here.
Yes.
Talking about the ladies out there. And there are some financial needs that we want to mention that women may need to consider. So let's jump right in. A longer life expectancy. What do we need to know there?
Yes, so oftentimes we meet with women who are either divorced or recently lost their spouse and maybe don't have a clear understanding of their financial picture. So I encourage women to get involved in that conversation, meet the financial advisor that your husband is working with, and make sure to plan for a longer life expectancy. Women tend to live about 5 years longer than men.
That's really important to know, especially when dealing with like any sort of our bills or any sort of finances that we have. Sometimes one partner is in charge of it, if you will. It's good to know that you're on the same page. You need to be in the know. God forbid something happens.
Exactly. Yes.
How about a leave of absence to care for a loved one? We actually saw a lot of this throughout the pandemic alone.
Yes, and nowadays women are doing it all, right? We're working and managing the family, but if you do have to step out away from work, or make the choice to do that to raise your family, you want to make sure your spouse is contributing extra to their retirement plan and make sure you're really planning to make up for that loss of income and loss of savings.
Yeah, something that might not be crossing your mind during like a very happy time like that. You're so focused on welcoming a new person into the family that you know, other things might fall by the wayside. So that's a great reminder there. How about an inheritance of significant wealth?
Yes, so we're expecting the great transfer of wealth. Over the next 10 years, about $30 trillion is expected to pass down from baby boomers to their children, many of whom will be women who maybe aren't used to handling that type of wealth and maybe is inexperienced. So it's a good idea if something like that happens. If you have a sale of a business or inheritance from your parents, make sure you surround yourself with trusted advisors. You want to make sure you're working with an asset manager who has your best interest in mind, a fiduciary, and then that person can help you find attorneys and accountants and all of the team that you would need to support you in that time.
That's an excellent point. I think of probably like, you know, the time and commitment that your loved one has spent
saving,
growing that wealth and everything, and you want to make sure it's taken care of in the future. Before we let you go, can you tell us how Washington Trust Wealth Management supports women?
Yes, so I've been with the bank a very long time, and I'm so proud to work for an organization that really supports women. We have now women in leadership positions across the bank, on our board of directors, and it's just really a great place to work and to grow, and they really do support all diversion, and we have an initiative right now for diversity and inclusion, so not just women, but people of all walks of life. So it's really great to work at Washington Trust.
That's great, and you have the professionals there that can assist. In our previous the conversation we were having of how you need to make sure that you got the right folks lined up and people who will help you along the way, and you have them there at Washington Trust. So thank you so much for joining us. This segment was brought to you by Washington Trust. If you'd like a link to their website, just visit ours, roadshow.com.